Hello guys, welcome, this is Right Way Gaming and today we're going to be playing Ark Survival Evolved. This is going to be a start of a new series where we will be, well, I'll be taking you through a week by week playthrough almost of what not to do and what to do and how to do things in Ark Survival Evolved. So today we're just going to get started out, probably start a little bit of a base camp and yeah, just teach you a few of the introductory things. Obviously as things go on, things will get more complicated and I'll teach you how to survive on the island. So we are covering the island for now, but there is other maps that we will be covering over the coming weeks. Just depending on how this goes. I don't know how I'm going to develop it, but I'm looking forward to doing it. So, first off guys, we have character creation screen, obviously. So you can change how you do looks in pretty much any way possible. As you can see, hair colour, eye colour. I'm going to go for some red eyes, you know, because, well, my colour is red. You can change the size of his head, whether it's like a pea head or a big head. I don't normally change all this, I like to keep it quite similar. So I'm not really going to change any of that. And, of course, we're going to call ourselves Right Way. And that's the character creation screen for you. So upper chest size, again, doesn't really make any sort of appeal to me. I mean, you make him look really angry. Big jaw. Stupid wide head. Stupid tall head. That'd be a good name, stupid tall head. Really stupid wide neck. No, we've all seen the memes. So yeah, but yeah, I'm not going to mess around with that too much. We're going to leave it as that. Next up, guys, you have your spawn region. So as you can see, it actually tells you the difficulty settings for each of the spawn points. So these are all medium. With the ones that are normally hard are the ones to the north, which we're not going to start out on just yet because, well, as you can see, it is hard. So starting out from there will be an absolute nightmare. So I'm going to start out on one of my more favourite regions, which is the Southern Zone 2. Because there's a lot of resources around here that are on nearby, so you won't have to travel far to get them from. So once you've done that, all you can do, you can download survivors as well from other servers that you've played on if you've saved them. So that's something else for you to know. You can also save presets, like if I go save preset here, right, we're going to call it Red Eye. Funny. It'll let you save that preset so you can just literally load it in next time. Right, as you can probably tell guys, I am poorly at the moment, so do bear with me if you think I'm sounding a bit rough. So once you've done all that, you just create a new survivor. Create a new survivor, I should say. And that will load you in. I'm going to have to tweak the sound as well, because as you've probably noticed, it is quite loud. So I'm going to have to try and tweak that as much as I can. And look at that, we have a trike right in front of us. Right, so once you're on the island, you'll notice each dino has a level to it. That's level 2, it's a nice low level. You'll notice that they'll take a few seconds to spawn in. But what I'll do is we go into options. You can see here, master volume, voice volume, etc. is all. I have reduced it as much as I can because, well, otherwise you just won't hear me. Graphics, I've got them set quite high, because I've got quite a powerful PC, but you will need to tweak these when you first start the game because it is quite a demanding game and it is still being kind of tweaked at times. There's a lot of beta testing still going on, especially with a few of the mechanics in the game at the moment, which I will get into at a later date because there's a new one coming out for a new thing called Kibbled. So we'll save that and get out of it. As for this server, guys, so a normal server, all standard rates would be set at 1, meaning harvesting, taming, everything like that would take a set amount of time. The only things I've tweaked for my personal server are taming speed, because obviously creating videos is going to take time, so I need to reduce that taming speed time by a significant amount. When you're talking, it could take 24 hours to tame a Quetzal, for example. So we don't want to be doing that sort of time taming, so I've reduced it by 6 at the moment, based on how things go. I might tweak that, I might make it slower, I might make it longer. And then on top of that, we've got harvesting amount set at 4, so it'd be 4 times the normal rate, which might seem high, but trust me, it's not, because some of the harvesting rates. For example, if we hit this tree here, we got 1 thatch. So as you can see, it's not a great amount that you're getting from it. So how you harvest certain materials, as you can see, I'm basically using my fist at the moment, which is pretty much the only way to get thatch and wood at first. So if we just keep hitting this, we're waiting to get 1 piece of wood. So it didn't give us any from there, but you can pick up rocks as well, which we are going to need. Berries, they're going to be your main source of food at first. So as you can see, we just got to level up. So there we are, we got 1 wood, 1 wood. Right, that's all we needed to start off with. So let's go into it. So this is your inventory. You got berries, which you can eat for food, like I mentioned. As you can see here, food is draining. It drains pretty quick because we've just been basically hitting stuff and using it. It's draining pretty quick, if I'm honest. I'm not sure if that's right. I have to look into that. But if I eat these berries, you'll see it slow down and start increasing. So berries, they'll suit for now, but we eventually want to be starting to eat meat because it's more substantial and it boosts your food quicker and lasts longer. So then we've got 30 thatch, 1 piece of wood and 1 piece of stone, which doesn't seem like a lot. To start out with, for our level up, we're going to boost weight because your capacity to carry stuff will decrease rapidly when we start carrying a lot of stone, etc. So we're going to learn a campfire because that's what we need to cook meat. And we're going to learn a hatchet because that's what we're going to need to gather wood more efficiently. So as you can see, we've got 2 tools, a stone pick and a stone hatchet. Each of these has a different specialty, let's call it. So let's go into here. We can now craft a stone pickaxe. So now we've crafted that, what we do is we drag and drop it into our inventory. And there we go, guys. So now, as you can see, we get up to 5 thatch per strike and we're getting more wood on a more regular basis. But not only that, let me just gather the rest of this tree. Grab some stone. If I go over here to this rock, we can actually grab flint and stone, of course. So that's what a pickaxe is good for. It's good for getting flint from rocks and thatch from trees. Those are its 2 primary collective objectives. It will still get stone and wood from trees and stone, but it doesn't get it as well as the hatchet does. So we've got enough to craft a hatchet now, and I'll show you the difference. We're also going to need a torch, so I am going to craft one of them, and you'll see why soon. So if we put that down there, then where this torch crafts, we can put that down there too. So if I use this now, as you can see, it's grabbing stone instead of flint at a better rate, which we will need later on. Same with the trees. Now we're not going to struggle to get wood because as you can see, it is harvesting wood better than it is thatch, which again we are going to need. I'm going to need as much wood as we are needing thatch at the moment. Keep an eye on your weight limit and your food, obviously, guys. And then another material you'll need at first is fibre. The only way to get that is by hand grabbing the bushes around the area that you're in. And that is another level up that we've just got. Again, like I said, guys, I am ill, so, you know, bear with me. Right, so we should have a fair bit of fibre now. We've got 55, 100 odd thatch. We're going to boost weight again. And this is where we could probably start learning armour pieces. But for now, I'm not going to learn any of them because there's 2 pieces of it that require hide. And the only way to get hide is by killing animals. We need thatch more than wood at this moment in time. And fibre. So, how do you get XP as well in this game to level up? Well, basically everything, including standing still, gives you XP. So you get XP that's grown over time. And then on top of that, if you gather materials, craft items, kill things, all those will give you more and more XP. The more difficult of a dinosaur that you kill as well, the more XP you get from that. The more rarer the resource, the more XP again you get from that. It's basically worked on a tiered system in terms of difficulty, and that's how you get XP. So at the moment we are level 3. We need to get to level 4 in order to start building our base, where we're going to basically be safe from anything on the outside. So while we're waiting to level up, what I'm going to do is we need to find something easy to kill that's going to give us some hide. So if I go over here, I can hear one, but I can't see it. There it is. Well, these two are pretty easy to kill. So we've got a dodo and a lystro. These things tend to be quite easy to kill. Hatchets tend to do more damage than a pickaxe, but a pickaxe will harvest more meat and a hatchet will harvest more hide. So for now we want more hide. So we've got 6 hide from that. There's another dodo over here. Right, so there we go. That's another dodo dead. We've got 10 hide from that. I think we need a total of like 50 hide. That's what I'm going to recommend you to try and harvest up at first, guys, because basically there's 2 things that we're going to need to craft using hide, and that is a bed and a mortar and pestle and your armour. So there's actually 3 things that I didn't forget about actually. So that's 20 odd. How much stone do we have? We've got 8 pieces of meat. Could probably craft a campfire now. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to craft that. You're probably wondering why the reason is that I'm running over here, but it's just because I know the map. So again, map knowledge can be a big thing in this game. Basically, over there is a well-known spawn point for something called alpha raptors, which are pretty devastating, and when we do get a chance to go and kill one, I will take you through that and what they can give you. Over here is a well-known spawn point for what you call sarcos, which are basically giant crocodiles. And if you come across them, you're going to be in big trouble at first because you've not got much to kill them with. But the main point that I like to try and come over to is here, because it's, as much as it's near the water and the sarcos could come out and kill you, once you've got established, it's easy enough to kill them. So that's why I like to start out over here. Plus you've got all the dodos that are quite easily to kill as well. So we've got that level up, which means once I've killed this dodo, we'll be able to start crafting a thatch base. I heard something then that I didn't like the sound of. Right, let's level up. We're going to level up weight again. We're going to get to about 150 weight before we start pumping anything else. So as you can see, we now can craft a thatch base. We've only got 3 points left, but I'm going to save them because we're going to use them once we've got this base built. So as you can see now, we can craft thatch walls, door frames, ceilings and foundations. First of all, you basically want to craft, we're going to craft all 6 of them. This will give us a massive XP boost, by the way, guys, so we will probably get a few levels from this. Let's just see. So 51 XP out of 70 already. So we're getting 3 XP, so probably after crafting another 3 of these, we'll get another level up anyway, guys. What is it we are running out of? It's probably going to be thatch and fibre, but then again, we need more wood as well. So if you hover over something, it will tell you what you need to craft it. So as you can see, it takes 6 wood to craft a foundation. So if we get like 10 wood and then grab some more thatch, and fibre was also an issue. There is better ways of gathering fibre as well, guys, but it won't be until end game. So as you can see now, guys, I'm actually starving because we don't have any food. But I'll show you how we're going to solve that in a second. And again, it's why I said to kill some dodos so early on. You might not like it, but it is necessary. Right, so let's craft. Can we craft another 3 of these? Craft 2 more. What is it we're running out of? Fibre. Please don't tell me that's a Dilo. It is a Dilo as well. That's not good. What level is it? 2. Right, okay. Right. The reason I said that that was a problem is because they're one of the aggressive dinos on the planet. The island, I should say, not planet. That will just attack you on sight if you get too close. And as you can see, that has started to take health off me because I've had to use energy when we are starving. So that's another reason why you need to keep your food topped up. So, right, now we should have enough to craft that last thatch foundation. We do. So now what we can do to place these is drop them into your inventory like so. In fact, you want to find a nice little spot to plant it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually plant mine down by... This isn't a good idea, guys. It's a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway because I just prefer it to be on flattish land. The reason you don't want to be building near a beach is because of the crocodiles that I told you about earlier, because it means that they're more likely to attack your base. Oh, right, that's obstructed, so let's get rid of it. And there you go. Right, so that allows us to have something to actually put our little campfire down on, and I'm going to put it here. And then if we put that in there with something that burns like wood, you can light the fire, and as you can see, it'll start cooking some meat up for us. Or at least it should do. If you wait a few seconds. Okay, it's kind of proving me wrong at the moment. I feel a little bit silly. There you go, there it is. Drop that into our inventory. Eat it. And as you can see, it's given us 20 food for eating one piece of meat. So you need to eat 5 if you're empty, and it will give you a full one. So we've got a level up, so we'll put it back into weight at the moment. And as you can see, we've got access to the next lot of crafting things, which is sloped thatch wood roofs. Which, if you want to make a nice little looking house, they're essential. But for this starting guide purpose, I'm going to say to leave it for now. Sleeping bag is going to be essential for us to learn, and you'll see why later. And I'm going to say the cloth armor stuff, but for now we don't need that because we're not. Cloth armor is only really to survive the heat and the cold, but it's not going to be much of an issue at the moment. So I'm going to say to learn this storage box, just because we are going to need some form of storage. Right, so now we've got our food cooking. As you can see, we've got another 2. Also, guys, the reason I'm using wood is because it gives us charcoal. You can use thatch, but if you use wood in your campfire, it'll give you charcoal, and it's going to come in super useful at a later date. So there's my tip early on to start doing something like that. Even if you're just wasting wood, just make sure to keep burning it. Right, there we go. That should let us fill up. Right, now we need to craft a door frame, a door, and some walls. So let's just put these down here. Like I said, this your toolbar at the bottom will make things a lot easier for placing things and just in general access. So watch out for these birds as well, guys, because they will try to steal stuff off you. Right, so we need fibre and thatch, really. Right, I'm going to go away and gather all the materials necessarily to craft the rest of the stuff for our base, just because this video is getting up to the 20-minute mark now, and I don't really want them going on any longer than that. So I'll be back shortly, guys. Alright, guys, I am back, and I've got all the necessary requirements to finally finish off this little base of ours, and this is where we're going to wrap things up. So, the reason this took so long is because I recommend building your first house 2 walls high. Again, the reason behind this is because you'll need the height for certain things that you're going to craft, later on. And when I say later on, we'll probably get around to doing it in the next episode, which means it technically isn't that far off. So the reason you need a roof as well is because there will be birds that try and steal stuff off you, but not only that, but it shields you from the weather elements of the game. So if it's too hot, you can come inside and you'll always be nice and warm. So as you can see, we've just cooked 11 meat as well. Let's give us 10 charcoal. We'll throw the rest of that in there and burn it just so we've got some more charcoal coming in. And we've got the 40 hide, and we've also got 2 more level ups. I think it's 2 more anyway. Yeah, so we're going to get 150 weight. And now it's a choice between pumping stamina, movement speed, or melee damage. And just because we're going to need more crafting materials, I'm going to say to improve melee damage because it does affect like how much you can get while harvesting, as far as I know. So there we are. We've got level 6 now, which means we can now craft a mortar and pestle and a simple bed, which are the 2 vital things for the next episode. So we are going to craft. We have enough hide, we don't have enough thatch and wood, and we don't have enough stone. So in the next episode, that's what we're going to be focusing on learning. But for now, guys, we're going to wrap things up, and I will catch you in the next episode where we'll look at filling out this base a little bit and how to progress a little bit further. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and as always, if you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to smash that like button. I'll see you next time, survivors.